What life advice can just screw off? Live like every day was your last. You'll know what people do when they learn they have a single day left to live. Almost anything relating to what age you must be in order to buy a house, have children, marry, have a profession, or do anything else. Seriously, everyone's life is different from everyone else's. Make your life the way you want it to be, if you so desire. Up to you. Stick it out. Whether that's bad jobs, relationships, living situations. By all means, don't just give up on things when you face challenges, but if something feels wrong, or is wrecking your peace, then take some control, and change it if you can. Sleep when you're dead. Cool, but you're going to be dead a lot sooner. Work while they sleep, study while they party. That's not a recipe for success, that's a recipe for a lot of white hairs, burnout syndrome and a stroke before your 40s. They say you should find a career, save all your money, buy a house, build equity, say no to everything while you're young, have a family, then in your old age, the golden years, you retire, sell all your crap and enjoy those golden years. I think the golden years are when you have small kids. Don't say no to them. Don't miss their dance recitals. Be there. Forget the fancy career, fancy house and fancy car. Greedy corporations have been selling us this idea to steal from you your best years, and when you're old and ready to enjoy retirement you die, or your partner dies. You're full of regret for having missed your kids grow up. Doesn't sound golden to me. Went last summer to Grand Teton on a boat with an older couple that is taking us to hiking trails. They tell me they've been planning on coming here for 40 years. We get dropped off and they are only able to go 100 yards or so due to their health/fitness. End up going back to dock and waiting for boat. Waiting 40 years to not be able to do anything. One of the best pieces of advice I ever got was from my grandfather. We were never really close, but one time during Christmas break during my freshman year of college I was talking to him, just him and I, about how I was going on a vacation with friends for the first time that upcoming spring break. He looked at me and leaned in and said, "You look happy about this, excited. I can see it. You're smiling and laughing, and your eyes give it away. Let me tell you something. Never wait to do something. Never wait until you're old. Never wait a year, a month, a week. Do it when you want to do it, when you can do it, as soon as you can do it, no matter how small." I kinda just sat there and thought about what he said, then asked, "Did you ever have something you wanted to do but you didn't? What was it?" He looked sad. I knew he was thinking of my grandma and said, "It's a long list. Anyway, I'm gonna hit the hay." Night still sits with me. Love to say I lived by that fully, but I haven't, especially of late. But I also feel like I took that advice to heart and did what I could with it. Just ignore bullies, or get someone else to handle it for you. I have never seen this work, only makes it worse. The only effective way I've seen to deal with them is by not making yourself an easy target and make them scared to mess with you again. If going psycho on them is the only thing they'll respond to, that's their fault. Also want to add, in schools they will punish you for self-defense, which is messed up, but that punishment is only sitting around a few hours in detention, or sitting around at home with a suspension. The punishment is temporary boredom. It's absolutely nothing compared to being bullied, and when it's over the important message will still stand, that you will not tolerate being a victim. Not to disown toxic family members, screw that. If someone makes your life miserable, blood related or not, dump them. Toxic is toxic. I was done with half of my family a couple of years ago because they are toxic. I completely ghosted them after my mother died. I feel like a weight has been lifted off my shoulders. Trust me, it is worth your sanity. If there's a will, there's a way. Nope. Sometimes you can do everything right, work your hardest, and it still goes all wrong and doesn't work out. Everything happens for a reason. Everything we can observe may have a cause, but that doesn't mean that it was anticipated and guided intentionally. The universe is under no obligation to be emotionally satisfying to anyone. Just be yourself. I was myself yesterday. I want to be a better version of myself tomorrow. Suck it up and be a man. I always hate hearing that when I can barely stand up straight because of my lower back. Work hard and you can be anything you want. Such a dirty lie to tell kids. It's just a setup, so people can say if you don't have the life you wanted, it's obviously because you didn't work hard enough, you lazy slack A. Save up for a house by not buying coffee in the mornings. OMG, if I hear it one more time, I'm gonna snap. Grinsert, wake up at 3 AM, intense fitness workout, cold shower, eat an alpha breakfast, start working at 5 AM. This is how you fix your life. Most of this stuff is just cringe. Turn your passion into a career. That's how you get exploited, and also how you suck all the joy out of it. You do not want your ability to pay bills to depend on something you're passionate about. Turn your passion into a hobby. Find a career that pays the bills without destroying your health. Speaking as somebody who coached gymnastics for 16 years. Anyone giving advice on what to do whilst pregnant? No, Becky, I'm not trying your new meth-infused essential oils. I have 2 people in me big enough to go on rides. I don't care about your business. Also, any other mum telling me what 12 others already have. You have to go to college. Wish I had thought more about trades when I was young. Being a landscaper or a carpenter looks awesome. When people say you should save now to enjoy retirement later, average life expectancy is 72. People retiring at 65 will have worked their whole lives to enjoy 7 years where they'll be the least mobile, fit, and comfortable, and that's assuming they even make it to then. My uncle saved hundreds of thousands of dollars in his life through hard work and smart investments. He spent almost nothing since he was saving for retirement. He then got lymphoma and died a few months after retiring in his early 60s. Don't do this. Spend your money. Have a great time while you're here. You only have one life. Be happy now. That things will improve over time. Really? No. Things don't always go better with time. If people have nothing useful to say, they should not say anything. You can be anything you want, as long as you want it enough. Terrible advice and sets kids up for disappointment. Money can't buy happiness. Maybe I'm clinically depressed, but I think buying myself a house in a safe, nice neighborhood and decorating for Christmas for the first time in my life might help that out. Blood is thicker than water. Nope, if there are bad people in a family they can screw off, who cares? Just be confident with regards to either women or career. Genuine inner confidence is earned with achievements and time, not something you switch on. My autistic A has been made fun of enough growing up to know some things beyond confidence are affecting my career and emotional progress. The hustle culture, it might not be a substantial advice, but the way it is taught and preached angers me to no end. Everyone is bound to die someday, so why not live the moment you have doing what makes you content and does not put unnecessary amount of stress on you. Nobody will love you until you love you. What a cruel thing to say to someone who is struggling with self-loathing, something they can't just turn off. And it's not even true. A bunch of people don't love themselves and are still loved by others. Never go to bed angry. No, going to bed angry is actually a great idea. Sleep on your emotions. Give them time. Then react and address issues after the heated emotions have subsided. You'll be more level-headed, more capable of seeing where you're at fault, and less likely to allow those elevated emotions steer things in the wrong direction again. Don't say something you'll regret in the moment. Give it time. Go to sleep. You'll see things more clearly in the morning. You're depressed. Spend some time outside in nature. Exercise more or do some hobbies that you love. You'll feel better. I've been depressed in so many parks and by so many lakes and rivers. I've been depressed in painting classes and coloring in those stupid mandala coloring books. I've been depressed exercising on a treadmill and lifting weights in a gym. The only thing that touched my depression: medication. Be yourself and people will like you. That's a lie. Not everyone will like you, and that's okay. You don't like everyone just because they are being themselves. Be yourself so you can find the people who actually like you. Your kind of freaks are out there, so fly your flag.